Hello tutees, welcome to the very last tutorial on writing in 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗘𝗧𝗓. First, congratulations on making it to the end of the course. We highly appreciate your dedication to studying English. We hope the spirit can be maintained until the end of today's session. Before jumping into the lesson, we believe that an overview is essential. In our final tutorial today, we're going to take a look at two areas: nominalization technique and the discussion essay. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it.
The first section of today's lesson will be devoted to nominalization. After this part, we hope you will understand the definition and functions of nominalization and be able to apply this technique to your writing at the sentence level. Having clarified all the goals, now we would like to officially begin. What exactly is nominalization? Nominalization is the formation of a noun phrase from a clause or a verb. This is done by changing verbs and adjectives to nouns. For example, from the verb extend, we can form the noun extension. Another example is the adjective intense, whose according noun form is intensity. We also have other words which the nominalization is applicable to. It seems pretty simple, right? If you don't know the noun form, you can always look it up in a dictionary. Yet, the goal to apply nominalization to writing, so we need to take it to the next level, which is using nominalized elements to create sentences. Let's look at the first sentence. He failed, which angered his parents. If the sentence is to be rewritten using nominalized phrases, we need to find the elements that are nominalizable first, which are failed and angered. The according nouns of the two verbs are failure and anger. Next, we need to understand the relationship between two parts of the sentence. Here, the first part is the reason of the second one. Therefore, we use the verb cause to show this relationship. Now, we are ready to make a sentence. His failure caused his parents anger. Let's do the same with the next example. The course was difficult, so many students performed poorly. What are the words that can be converted into a noun? There are difficult and performed. What is the relationship? The first part is the reason of the second, just like the previous example. How to show this relationship? We use the phrase result in. Now the sentence can be rewritten more formally. The course difficulty resulted in poor student performance. Okay, so after two examples, we hope you have better understood how to use nominalization. But what are the roles of this technique in improving your writing? Why do you need to learn this? Probably this is what you are wondering about, so let us make it clear. Nominalization is an integral feature of academic writing. It is a function that not only helps you to create variety in your writing, but also prevents repetition of the same verb or word over and over again. Nominalization is a useful skill in academic writing because it communicates an objective, impersonal tone. It can also make the text more concise by packing a great deal of information into a few words. Thanks to the use of nominalization, your writing will be more abstract and formal. In short, nominalization has three main functions. It adds diversity to your expressions, prevents word repetition, and makes the text more concise. which means giving the same information with fewer words. Okay, before finishing our lesson on nominalization, let's check your understanding again with a short exercise. Which of the following sentences contains a nominalized phrase? Set number 1. A. The temperature of the planet is increasing as a result of global warming. B. The increase in the planet's temperature is a result of global warming. The answer is B. The nominalized phrase is the increase in the planet's temperature. Let's continue with set number 2. A team of scientists analyzed the data in the lab before they wrote their report. B. The analysis of data by a team of scientists in the lab was conducted before writing a report. The answer is B. The nominalized phrase is the analysis of data. Now move on to the last set of sentences. A. The production of a mathematical formula by mathematics and physics experts has explained the modern phenomena of network science. B. Mathematics and physics experts have produced a mathematical formula which explains the modern phenomenon of network science. The answer is A. The nominalized phrase is the production of a mathematical formula. Okay, that is the end of the first part on nominalization. We hope you enjoyed the part. Don't forget that we have a small exercise for you on rewriting sentences using nominalization. Check it out in the file below and practice at home.
So we have just finished the lessons on nominalization. There is still another part, and we hope you can follow through to the end with us. As we mentioned before, nominalization is a useful technique that can be applied to make your writing more academic. But when exactly can such technique be applied? The answer is the discussion essay, one of the common question types in VSTEP Writing Part 2. Take a look for an overview of what's covered in this section. First, definition. Second, identification of the question type. Third, suggested template and structures with analysis. And finally, brainstorming ideas, the discussion clock. So first, what is a discussion essay? A discussion essay is an essay that requires the candidate to present two sides of an argument, which means it should outline reasons for and against a particular issue. In certain cases, the writer's opinion may be given if required by the question. Given the definition, how can you recognize if an essay is a discussion essay? The answer lies in two key factors: the points of view and the wording of the question. In each discussion essay, the prompt will usually present two opposing points of view. The question will often be written like this: discard both of these views, or discard both of these views and give your opinion. Now, in order to test your understanding, let's do a small exercise to see how well you identify a discussion essay. Okay, time's up. The answer will now be reviewed. Topic 1 and 4. Now that you know how to identify a discussion essay, let's look into its structures. A discussion essay typically consists of 4 to 5 paragraphs. These include 1 introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and 1 conclusion. The introduction often consists of 3 parts: introduction of the topic, introduction of the views, and outline statement to signal the readers what is going to be written below. The first 2 body paragraphs often follow this formula: topic sentence to clarify which view is being discussed, explanation why the view is held by certain groups, and examples. The third body paragraph is to give your own opinion and should only be written if your personal views are required. Often, in this paragraph, you will first acknowledge that both views are justifiable before stating your opinion. You may take a balanced stand, which means both views are equally good, or a one-side stand, which means supporting only one of the 2 views. To elaborate on your view, just follow the same formula as in the previous 2 body paragraphs. The conclusion is where you summarize all the content of the discussion and restate your opinion. Okay, as you can see on the screen, we're showing you a template to analyze the structures. Now, let's practice. If 3 minutes were too short, you may open the link below the video where we put the essay. This will make the process easier to follow. Okay, let's take a look at the introduction first. We need to find the introduction of the topic. This sentence is often general and does not carry too much information. Have you found it? Yes, it's the first sentence. In recent years, children's use of computers has become a matter of heated debate among scientists and parents alike. Next, we need to find an introduction of the views. This lies in the second sentence. While some people claim that early exposure is beneficial, others believe that it has a detrimental impact on children. The last part of the introduction is the outline statement, which is obviously the final sentence. This essay will look at both sides and argue that children benefit greatly from the use of technology at the early stages of their development. Now let's move on to the body. Can you see the first body paragraph? What is the topic sentence? Yes, it's the first one. On the one hand, there are reasons why many critics believe that exposure to computers can have adverse effects on children. It signals to us that the first view is being discussed. What about the explanation? Unlike the previous parts, we have 2 sentences for this. It is their view that computers do not allow children to develop long attention spans. This is because computers are packed with many supposedly child-friendly games that require minimal levels of concentration in order to be enjoyed. The explanation justifies the view discussed. And in order to make the explanation more convincing, we need to back it up with example, which is presented in the rest of the paragraph. For example, a study by the New York Child Learning Association found that children who read from picture books were 50% less likely to get distracted than children who play educational computer games. Therefore, computers almost certainly have a negative impact on young children. For the second body paragraph, just do the same as the first one. The topic sentence is, on the other hand, I tend to agree with the view in favor of children's early use of computers. The explanation is, again, written in 2 sentences. Since the world has become heavily reliant on technology, there are clearly advantages to exposing children to computers. In fact, children with such exposure will stand a better chance of finding employment. The example can be found in the last sentence. This can be evidenced by a report from Yale psychologists, according to which over 70% of successful office workers admitted that they had spent long hours on computer in their middle and late childhood years. Thus, it is clear that computer exposure has positive effects on children. Finally, we will analyze the conclusion. Since the question requires personal opinion, the writer summarized the main points. While computers do more harm than good to the attention span of children, before stating the opinion, I hold the belief that the use of computers at an early age is beneficial, especially in terms of job opportunities in this technology-driven society. Now, after the analysis, I hope you're all clear about what a discussion essay looks like. However, identifying the question and understanding the structures are not enough. If you want to write effectively, being able to come up with ideas is essential. Without ideas, you cannot produce anything on the paper. No matter how excellent your vocabulary or grammar is. Sadly, this is the area where students tend to struggle most. Therefore, we would like to show you a method to brainstorm ideas, the discussion clock. the clock based on the principles of looking at issues from different angles. As you can see, the clock has various branches for you to categorize and orient your thinking better. This will eventually make your writing clearer and more logical. There are several things to keep in mind when using the discussion clock. First, keep in mind that a topic may not relate to all the aspects presented in the discussion clock. Second, remember that for each viewpoint you have thought of, there is usually an opposing argument. Think of the opposing arguments before planning your essay as well. And lastly, you can think of more aspects to add to the discussion clock of your own. As this is a tool for brainstorming ideas, we believe that a brief introduction like this is sufficient. This also marks the end of our session today. For further practice, we have enclosed a file below, which includes a discussion essay topic. Your task is to make an outline for the essay using the template provided in the form.
Before we go, let's review the topics covered in today's lesson. In the video, we studied two areas, nominalization and the discussion essay. For nominalization, we introduced to you the definition, the function, and the application of the technique to academic writing. For the discussion essay, we talked about the definition, the identification of the question type, the structure, and the discussion clock. That's enough for the recap. Thank you for listening. Don't forget your homework. Let's practice to consolidate your knowledge. Another reminder is that at the end of the course, you'll have a mock test. So besides revising today's lesson, review the previous tutorials as well. We hope you'll give your best performance on the mock test.